Hi, today we will be researching the election voting devices used in the 2020 election and when voting machines were rolled out. We will also be looking into how the information is accessed and who are the people who can access it. At the same time, the other ways you can vote. In addition, how the companies are connected to politicians, government officials in government organisations. We will probably be going down some rather long rabbit holes, so hold tight and come follow me on this deep diving journey of past, present and terrible reading skills as you come research with me. All the sites found will be in a link in the description box so you can follow along the information adventure. Let's go! You again. Today we are going to be researching the founders of Dominion voting systems as well as other members of staff. So are you ready to come research with me? Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start where we left off last time. Remember that we read all this up here. And now we're going to read the management part. So let's get going. John Poulos. I just want to make sure. Oh, his name's right. Poulos. President and CEO. John Poulos is the founding president and CEO of Dominion Voting. In this role, John leads the company's overall business strategy and operations in the mission to change elections for the better, making them more efficient, secure, and accessible. John's focus on customer partnerships and ongoing technical innovation grounded in a culture of transparency and accountability has formed the foundation of Dominion's success. Under John's leadership, Dominion Voting has grown into an industry led in producing the highest quality, most innovative election solutions and delivering the very best in professional and support services. Since its inception in 2003, Dominion has grown to support over 1,200 jurisdictions across North America. Dominion has been named Deloitte's Fast 500 technology companies for 5 years, recognizing the company's success as one of the fastest growing technology, media, and telecommunication enterprises in the United States and Canada. John enjoys spending time soliciting and listening to feedback from customers, stakeholders, and employees, and is happiest watching as that feedback comes to life in Dominion's exciting and innovative service and products. John holds a Bachelor of Arts in electrical engineering from the University of Toronto, as well as a Master of Business Administration from INSEAD, Fontainebleau, France. I'm going to, just so that I'm not...
Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau. John was selected as one of Canada's top 40 under 40 in 2010 and Ernst and Young's Entrepreneur of the Year Technology. John was also awarded the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Award in 2013 for his philanthropic work. Okay, so we're going to do this methodically. So we're going to just start on John and then we'll go back. And that would be easier. Be doing the exciting stuff. We're going to be searching and seeing what we can find about John. Poulos. So let's go. Okay. We have a written testimony, but I want to keep that for later. Let's do this one first. Okay, so 10 things. This is Money Inc. I have no idea what they're like. Just look like they do stock markets and stuff. And they're talking about Trump and they're okay. So they're not Trump fans, but they're biased. But we can do that. I mean, we only want the facts, so it's. And this is another thing I'm going to get to. If you go on a site and they have links, and them links go back to articles that they have written or someone else has written, and then when you click that tab, it goes, and you carry on, it goes on and on and on, then do not trust that site whatsoever, because it's not getting you anywhere. There's no evidence as to what they're claiming, so just be careful with that as well. Thought I'd just add that. So let's get started. 1. He has a degree in electrical engineering. Poulos studied at University of Toronto, earning a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. He later achieved his Master's of Business Administration from INSEAD. Okay, we're gonna have a look at that later on. He's co-founder of the Delane Project. Ooh. Let's have a look at this as well. 12 years after founding Dominion Voting Systems. Oh man. Sorry guys. I'm gonna have to do it big blinding letters time. Voting technology. Poulos became keen to utilize the power of automated voting technology to give disenfranchised voters a voice. The result was the Delane Project, a non-profit organization co-founded by Poulos in 2014. The project provides voting technology to emerging and post-conflict democracies. In many such countries, electoral violence is common due to delays in publishing electoral results. By automating and improving the electoral process, the Delane project aims to secure safer elections. Okay. He believes in giving back. Since founding Dominion, Poulos has become noted for his philanthropic endeavours. While much of his efforts are on a global scale, he's also committed to inspiring change on a local community level. According to Elness, .com, Poulos currently works as a youth hockey coach and as a mentor to young aspiring business students. He also finds time to participate in the Young Presidents Organization, a networking organization of CEOs that aim to engage and inspire the young leaders of the future. Okay, he founded Dominion Voting in 2002. In 2002, Poulos founded Dominion Voting Systems, a provider of electronic hardware and software that allows voters to cast their votes electronically. It also makes optical scanning devices that allow paper ballots to be tabulated. Since its inception, Dominion Voting has grown exponentially. Although the US and Canada serve as its primary market bases, its technology is now used in multiple countries around the globe. Across the globe. He's been awarded the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Award. So this one's just, he was an influential, he's also been selected to Greek America's 40 under 40. Dominion Voting, meanwhile, hasn't been left out of the honours party. It's been named the Deloitte Canada's Fast 50 technology companies for 4 years on a trot. Oh, that's just talking about Trump. That's just, he received death threats, which I'm going to say was probably from both sides and not just one side, as the media would say. I think both sides were complicit in that. Okay, alright. So what we're going to do first is look up the Delane project. The Delane Project is a non-governmental organisation dedicated to helping jurisdictions implement positive change in the democratic voting process through the application of technology. The Delane Project is a non-profit organization registered in Canada. It was created as a philanthropic entity by senior election management officials in 2012, with an emphasis on physically disabled, marginalized, and special needs voters through a corporate social responsibility mandate. The name is derived from the Delanian League, the first body of democratically elected city-states in ancient Greece. Delanian maintains a seasoned board of both directors and advisors. The mission: enabled by local and international funding models, the Delanian Project brings together various stakeholders from the electoral sector in order to support emerging democracies, with a particular focus on physically disabled and special needs voters. The use of donated election technology and expertise assists voters with special needs to independently participate in elections while bringing consistency, transparency, and speed to the voting process. This improves the integrity of the vote count and instills public confidence, while offering independence and dignity to physically challenged voters, particularly the visually and hearing impaired. The ultimate result is a free, fair, and most inclusive election for all citizens. Okay. And they're in Toronto. Research model. Due to its limited size, Delanian supports roughly 4 to 6 small elections a year, 500 to 3,000 voters, with donated technology in the form of paper ballot tabulators that can assist physically disabled voters. The requesting organizations are usually local universities, trade associations, and credit unions, primarily from the Caribbean, enabling membership voting during their annual general meetings. The Delanian Project inspiration. The Delanian Project adheres to the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So 2030. Okay. And now we're going to look at their key leadership. Jean-Pierre Kingsley, Chairperson Advisory Board. Jean-Pierre was appointed Chief Electoral Officer CEO of Canada in 1990, serving until 2007. As CEO, he was responsible for the administration of elections and referendums in Canada. His accomplishments include the development of a permanent voters list, the National Register of Electors, and the introduction of computer use in all areas of Canadian federal election administration. Jean-Pierre also served as president of the International Foundation of Electoral Systems and is a senior fellow at the University of Ottawa Graduate School of Public and International Affairs. In 2007, Kingsley was awarded the Mexican Order of the Aztec Eagle, the highest award the Mexican government bestows on foreign nationals. Most recently, Jean-Pierre served as a senior advisor to the Canadian House of Commons Special Committee on Electoral Reform. And then you've got John Holland, Chairperson, Board of Directors. John Hollins has been instrumental in the organisation's establishment of and direction. He has served as the Chief Electoral Officer for the Canadian province of Ontario, and prior to that was the Director of Elections for the City of Toronto. He oversaw the implementation of AODA. Okay. Okay. So that's about accessibility. Okay. It's just like the British government website. Okay. Guidelines for disabled voters, while CEO of Elections Ontario. Past electoral reach-out activities include endeavours in Africa and the South Caucasus, with current efforts focused on the Caribbean. In 2004, John was appointed Canada's Chief Electoral Advisor to the Palestinian Authority, PA, working alongside former US President Jimmy Carter during the 2004-5 PA elections. He continues to be an active lecturer on the topic of democracy and governance. Okay. So this only goes up to United Nations Global Impact Compact Canada Annual General Meeting. The AGM, so they had a meeting. Launch of the Electoral Psychology Observatory. Delanian was very pleased to be represented at the formal launch of the Electoral Psychology Observatory. I don't like the sound of that at all. And we'll have a little look at that, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Is an ambitious university at the London School of Economics, which is dedicated to cutting-edge research on the psychology of voters and optimizing the electoral experience of voters in general. I mean, oh wow, okay. I mean, this is for a different video, but in May we actually have the Mayor of London vote. So yeah, I don't like the sound of this at all, but I will make a video about this, so don't worry, because this is interesting. And I want to do a video on the Delanian project. I think that's going to be a good one to do as well. I'll put that away. But I will always put these links in a PDF in my filing cabinet for you guys to, you know, research along and do further reading as well, so don't worry about that. Okay, I'm going to just dig in a bit more into the Delane project. So on Open Corporates, it showed it voluntarily dissolved, which voluntary dissolution refers to a situation where the controlling parties of a corporation, owners, shareholders, directors, etc., choose to dissolve the corporation. Generally, voluntary dissolution of a corporation occurs only after a vote by the corporation's controlling parties. If a majority of the controlling parties vote to dissolve the corporation, then the corporation must file a statement with the Secretary of State. Okay. A voluntary dissolution can occur for a number of reasons. However, as explained, a corporation cannot dissolve itself unless at least a majority of the owners agree to do so. In many instances, a corporation will put it in their bylaws that a corporation cannot be voluntarily dissolved unless all of the owners agree to it. When a corporation is voluntarily dissolved, all of the assets of the corporation are then liquidized. Once this occurs, all debts of the corporation are then paid off. If there isn't any money left over, then it is split between the owners. Okay. But this was a non-profit. It was a non-profit. Okay. Dissolving a non-profit corporation. Okay. I'm going to have to put this on big. Right. Dissolving an organisation can be a difficult and emotional process, but there are steps you can take to ensure that perhaps the organisation has fulfilled its mission, perhaps there are insurmountable challenges to the organisation's sustainability, perhaps another organisation is adequately fulfilling needs that the non-profit was created to address, or your non-profit is merging with another non-profit and you will be dissolving as a result. Whatever the reason to wind down operations, we have broken it down for you. Okay. As you consider the steps below, you should, of course, also consider the impact on the community. There are likely to be volunteers and staff members, board members, and those served. Okay. The board of directors will vote to dissolve the organisation, but its job doesn't end there. Before making an important decision, okay, so shutting down permanently is not the only option. And profits, just like profits, can choose to reorganise their structure through the bankruptcy process. Make sure to check what the organisation's own articles of incorporation or certificate of incorporation and bylaws. Okay. But it can't be dissolved because it's still, hold on, sorry, I don't know if I've put that away now. Because it's still around and it's a non-profit, so it might have just changed hands. Okay. Okay. And there's a few more things about Delanian from the Clinton Foundation. The Delanian Project, Democracy Through Technology, commitment by Delanian Project. In 2014, Dominion Voting committed to providing emerging and post-crypto rights, just going through the same stuff. Okay. So it was only meant to be around for 3 years. And that was his estimated total. Since the launch of the commitment in September 2014, Dominion Voting have supported a number of research-based election technology pilots with donated equipment and expertise. These include pilots at all the University of Guyana on October 2nd, 2014, the University of West Indies, Barbados on March 12th, 2015, the University of West Indies, Jamaica on March 19th, 2015, and the National Union of Public Workers, Barbados on April 1st, 2015, sorry. Okay. Now, no. I'm not going to do any theories. I'm probably going to save that till the end. The last part, we're going to look at the UN thing, the UN global impact of delaying project, and then we're going to move on to other things. But there will be a video of the delaying, which I will do later on. But right now, we'll do the latest, which is 2019, I think. Okay, I'll open this up now. And this was from the United Nations. Oh, to the United. So, the Delaney Project, United Nations Global Impact Communication of Progress, 2019 to 2020. Dear Mrs. Ojiambo, we trust this note finds you healthy and congratulations on your recent appointment as Executive Director of the United Nations Global Compact, UNGC. The Delaney Project was very pleased to be an inaugurating signature to UNGC Canada and its Code of Conduct. Kindly accept this letter in fulfillment of our requirement for participation in the UNGC biannual preparation and posting of a Communication on Progress, COP, which combines a CEO statement of continued support for the UNGC, a description of practical actions with regards to the 10 principles of the UNGC, and a statement of outcomes. While 2019 was a successful year for local level elections engagement with community and grassroots level groups in emerging democracies, 2020 has proven difficult due to the ongoing global pandemic, which has all but prevented international travel. This in turn has limited Delaney's recent outreach efforts since March of this year to mainly online conferences and symposiums. Nevertheless, Delaney continues to adhere to the UNGC's 10 principles, with a specific focus on local level democracy efforts, expansion of human rights, gender equality, and environmentally friendly practices, all while positively assisting thousands of citizens to exercise their right to vote, particularly women. As an example, the majority of university students and poll workers in the Caribbean are women. During the reporting period, Delane has supported local community level elections with requests for either Canadian donated technology or observers, primarily for university and trade union contests in the Republic of Georgia, Guyana, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and Jamaica. As chair of Delane's board of directors, I can attest to our continued adherence to the UNGC's 10 principles, while also fulfilling our own mandate of supporting governance and democracy efforts abroad at the grassroots level, with a special focus on disabled voters. Should you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at your convenience. Okay, and that's John Hollins. Okay, so they're still around okay. I just really wanted to kind of make sure that they were still okay. Put these away. And we'll put these away. And I'll put these all in a PDF, so don't worry. I know I keep saying it, I just worried that I haven't research. I'm just putting these away because that way we don't get all confused. Yeah. Okay, right. So now we're going to go back. And I'm going to have a look at this because this is quite interesting as well. It was a written testimony of Mr. John Poulos, CEO, Dominion Voting Systems, before the Committee on House Administration, 2020 Election Security Perspectives from Voting System Vendors and Experts, January 9th, 2020. And I have a video out about Operation Blackout, which I'll put a link in the description, but I have a feeling this actually kind of is linked to that, but I won't talk about it here. Just watch the video for now. I only have 2, but I will be getting to others in a later date as well. So let's get started. Chair Lofgren, Ranking Member Davis, and distinguished members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to testify today. So this is him testifying towards them to say that he's going to make sure that the election is safe and we won't have any foreign interference, if that makes sense. So my name is John. Yeah, we know about that. I co-founded the company in 2003 on 3 basic pillars: security, accessibility, and transparency. We continue to be committed, best-in-class solutions for secure and tallied. I'm here to explain the working to keep voting systems secure and resilient in the wake of today's sophisticated non-state threats. I would like to focus on our company core, and we know what that is because we've read This includes annual mandatory background checks and cybersecurity awareness training for all employees. Okay. And innovation efforts tracking. Dominion has also adapted advanced digital protections while employing a defense in-depth approach to our internal infrastructure. I won't read that because I'm doing a video on that at the moment, multi-factor. Dominion keys, whatever that is. Domain keys, sorry, is a... Okay. That's something, basically saying they work with the Department of Homeland Security and the Council for Election Infrastructure. They also keep to the Election Assistance Commission and federally accredited voting systems tests, laboratories, with NIST. We are constantly innovating. Dominion is actively engaged with the EAC and other stakeholders. And more about coordinated vulnerability disclosure right now. Americans are they're confident, and that's really it on that. But I will go over this more in another video. It's just because I'm doing a video about it and I don't want to do it, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else we can find quickly, and then we'll move on to something. We'll move on to other parts. So this is interesting as well, because he was actually sent a letter in 2010 by the Brennan Center for Justice, who actually they do check checks on like how voting and stuff is vulnerable, and they sent him a letter, and no, they sent the letter. I would love to see the reply to that letter, but I doubt that's actually public. But that's a very interesting letter, and another one I will be going over in another video. I don't think there's anything else we need to know really from there. So I think what we're going to do is put this away for now, and then we will go down and we'll go across this, and where's that one where he's on the youth? He gives back. Okay. So young aspiring business students organizing young presidents, mentor to young aspiring and presidents organization. Okay, so I want to see what they're about. Oh wow, white on white, yeah. Oh, okay. The world needs better leaders. Become one. Okay. Who is UPO? Okay. There are 30,000 plus global members, and it was founded in 1950, and its purpose: we are the global leadership community of chief executives driven by the shared belief that the world needs better leaders. We come together in YPO to become better leaders and better people. Through YPO, we are inspired and supported to make a difference in the lives, businesses, and the world we impact. Our members are extraordinary leaders who have achieved significant leadership success at a young age. Yeah. All are the top chief executives in their business or organization, and all meet specific global criteria to join YPO. Our community is an inclusive and welcoming one. Each member brings a diverse background of culture, perspectives, ideas, and expertise. These are leaders who strive to grow in all aspects of their lives. with a thirst for learning and new experiences. Okay. I wonder if he's still on there. Okay, that don't tell you enough. That just tells you about the requirements. I wanted to know who these people were. Alright. Community. YPO is an inclusive community of open sharing and trust. Here we learn from one another, access rich learning programs, share exceptional experiences, and make lasting friendships. And then it just says, okay, organization, board. Board of directors. I just wanted to see if he is on there. No. Okay. YPO senior leadership. Okay. So I'm just having a quick look. Nope. Okay. Ecosystem. UN women. Oh, that's a login. Okay. CEO insights. Insights from global leaders for global leaders. Okay. Leadership. Tech. Okay. No. Okay. I'm actually going to no. That's strange. Unless he keeps it quiet. It might be he keeps it quiet. Okay. Oh, I hate that. Okay. What's this? Oh wow. Revenue and then assets. Bloody hell, they've got a lot of assets. Um, Vendors for. I take it these are private. Okay. Yeah. Looks like a lot of people have gone private and don't. Or you have to be a member to have a look. It's probably you have to have a membership to have a look. Okay. Young persons of Denver. Okay. White House Fellows learn to take risks. Okay. Okay. I think because of the death threats from both sides, get the feeling that he's made sure everything is hidden. So I don't think we're going to get very, very much on him at all. I know that he got rid of his LinkedIn.
It's 19 hours.
Okay. What is that? Right, okay. I pay. Okay. Oh, this is what I hate. Federal law prohibits the use of contrary information for use for the purpose of soliciting contributions. Okay. On the 24th. Okay. Complete list of US organizations funded by Soros. And that is going to be useful for another video. Okay, October 2007 to 2015, two Clinton Foundation donors own two of the three largest voting systems. So that was in 2007. John A. Post-conflict. Oh, that's just going over. Canadian co-founder of is also a Clinton donor. Donations. Oh man, we have to go through. There are a lot. So, okay. Presidential inauguration. The Rockefellers. So how much did he actually donations from $1 to 249? That doesn't, I mean, that doesn't mean anything if you think about it, Because if he was really a donor, a mega donor, then he would have given the Clintons thousands, but he only gave them between $1 and $249. So here he is. So to me, that kind of comes across as I'm just giving you money for I don't know, because I agree with you, but I'm not going to give you too much because that would look suspicious. That doesn't, just because donation is $1 to 249 doesn't mean that he was colluding. Essentially, that doesn't, I mean, he could have paid less just so that it didn't seem like he was colluding. See, so there's two ways to look at it. Number one, he just gave money to them for the sake of, or number two, he gave that money to, but it was a small amount because he was trying to keep it down on the down low. Because if he was anything like, and we saw the amount of people on there, didn't we? Like, these people, if he was a big man, he would have given them like this amount and be like, yeah, I was colluding. But because he gave it kind of like a E number, because we don't exactly know how much he gave, we know it's between $1 and $249. So yeah, he could even have given them more behind the scenes and just used the 240 as a front, for all we know. But it's really difficult to say. I mean, it is difficult, but we have to remember, we have to look at it from two sides. He could have just done it as a tax rebate, so he threw them a couple of dollars as a tax rebate, because giving to donations in the States is you don't get tax and you get a rebate back. Or he could have given a low number so that he didn't seem suspicious. So just think of it on the two coins there, and don't kind of just jump to conclusions, because jumping to conclusions leads to you kind of, it leads to confusion, it leads to weird, wacky conspiracy theories. And if you are a conspiracy theorist per se, and you're like me and you just see things and you go, oh, and you're I wouldn't say normal, but you're very logically minded, and you have these people that jump to conclusions on everything. They see it and therefore it's evidence that they're colluding, or then it makes people who are logical, people like me, look like we're dumbasses, basically. We're wacky and weird, and we believe in all the weird stuff, including Q, which I'm not going to this is not a video about Q. But yeah, so just remember that these numbers could mean anything. So we've got the side of he gave them between $1 and $249 for either a tax rebate, or he gave them a small amount because he was trying to hide the fact that he was colluding with the Clintons and whoever to wreck the elections. We can't definitively say that's going to be a hard thing to prove because of paper trails and stuff like that, and probably FOIAs, freedom of information, and that's going to be really hard to get. So maybe one day I'll get rich enough to do some freedom of information applications, but right now I am not rich. I am but a poor person, so I cannot do that. But I'd love to do that. I'd love to investigate all this, like even deeper with paper trails and yeah. So we're gonna see it from them two sides. Well, I mean, you guys can come up with your own conclusions, but I'm gonna stick with either he was tax rebating or he gave a small amount so it wouldn't look suspicious that he was colluding with the Clintons and whoever to rig the elections. Okay? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go out of that now, because I'm just going to repeat myself over and over again. I mean, look at these corporations that gave this amount, you know. Bank of America Foundation, they gave that much, and that's probably because of a tax rebate as well. Well, because they like them, but on top of that, it's probably like a tax rebate because foundations, rich people kind of create these foundations so they can get tax because it's tax free to send it. Well, what I mean is that, like, they don't have to pay any tax. So when they donate money, it's not being taxed. So then it looks good on their financial records. So that I'm going with that. The state of Qatar now. Yeah. Okay. And there's nothing here really. So I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put this away. I'll put this away for now. We will also put this away. When they say these people have want to give back, most of the time they do it, and I'm going to repeat myself, but I think I'm going to have to do that so that they can get a tax break on their. So it's mainly so that they don't get taxed for money, because they get so much money and then they get taxed. So if they give away that money, then they get money back. So for donating that. So it's kind of like a loophole, really, as to what they were doing. And I think I put that in the wrong bit. So you're going to see me now. I know there was actually a bit where there was somewhere I found, and apparently his sister gave him the money to start the Minion. So I think that is going to be the next thing we're going to look at.